So just gone past Port Augusta. We're finally into a bit of Australia that I haven't actually been. So we're heading down to the Eyre Peninsula, Coffin Bay, Streaky Bay, all those places. And there you go, have a look. We're just on the western side of Port Augusta. And it's desperate looking country. So this is Tumby Bay. I'm not even sure you're going to be able to hear me because the wind is just shocking. God, I can't believe how much this thing is swaying actually. Just another very uninspiring place, to be quite honest. I haven't found any of the Eyre coast inspiring at all. So there you go, this is Tumby Bay. Hopefully when we get down to Port Lincoln, it'll be a bit more interesting. So this is Port Lincoln, and I really haven't done much videoing all the way down to here because there's nothing worth videoing. It's the Eyre Peninsula so far has been beyond boring. Wow. They even provide parking for caravans and long vehicles and buses. Something almost no towns do. It's a pain in the ass coming into any town because you can't park. Wherever you have to park, you've got to walk half a kilometre to get to wherever you've got to go, grocery shopping or whatever else. But here we are. So I've got to go and get some money. Maybe a couple of grocery items because I think we're going to be out in the scrub for a few days now. This is called Murphy's Haystacks, and they're Inselbergs. I've never even heard that before, but anyway, weathered granite, basically. Pretty interesting formations. Quite spectacular. I imagine these would have been fairly significant for Aboriginal communities here in the area. Go up here, actually we might fly the drone, see if we can get a couple of nice shots. Pretty tall, actually, probably 7 or 8 metres tall, I suppose. And this is Charkulda rocks. So we'll head up to the trig station up there. All we need is a 5-ton car jack, which I happen to have. We could cause a bit of mayhem. Yeah, they're all honeycombed out underneath. This is nice. You can even see the Gawler Ranges right out there. I think that's about it for all these rock formations. We better get a wriggle on. Need some supplies in town. And some fresh milk would be nice. Maybe even a shower. Just in case you didn't know what this was. There you go. Unbelievable. Dunny paper hand wash that's empty. I'm not even going to lift the lid. Outside of the fact that there's probably spiders and who knows what else down in there. I know this looks interesting. Beautiful little stone cottage. Go over and have a look. Finally, a little bit of information on something. So, originally built around 1915 as a surveyor's workman's hut when building the dam, tanks and drains for the town's water supply. It has had many uses, the last being home to a much loved Aboriginal couple affectionately known as Tom and Tilly. There you go. Geez, lonely old existence out here. Yeah, you'd want a pretty big fireplace. I wonder how many goannas and kangaroos have been cooked on that. Anyways. All built out of limestone, some granite. Alright, that's enough. Better get into town and get some supplies. So this is Pildappa Rock. Like a little mini Eyre's rock. Yeah, and probably wouldn't want to fall off here because it's overhung. We'll have a look down the bottom. It's a little bit like wave rock, actually. Only not quite as wavy. Not far off it though. Pretty amazing little rock feature. How high is it? Probably, yeah, good 10 metres. And here's some of the prettiest little ghost gums you're going to see. They're the healthiest looking gum trees I've seen in about 3,000 kilometres. Because they're getting all the water runoff from the rock here. Just a magnificent gum tree, these. So it's been quite foggy this morning out in outback South Australia, where it should be pretty hot and sunny. So while they're getting floods up on the central coast of New South Wales, the biggest floods ever, and we're getting freezing temperatures here and foggy mornings in outback South Australia. Bizarre. I'm guessing that this waterhole here was used by the Aborigines, and what they used to do was they'd build a fire in the same place over and over and over again, and the granite would flake and crack, and they just continuously build fires so that they end up having a waterhole like this that would be a pretty reliable source of water for a lot of the year round. I think that's just too perfectly round, and yeah, I think it's fairly significant. I think it was created by fire by the Aborigines. So yeah, you should be able to see all the channeling down along the bottom here. The early settlers build all that so they can catch any water runoff and channel it down into a dam. I'm pretty resourceful but pretty desperate for water out in this country.